Good morning, welcome to the breakfast show, and we are at Wednesday, that's right, 2nd of March, trading idea with SMARTRobie. Last night we seen the continued fall of the US Dow Jones, and no doubt many of you will be thinking, are we going lower? But remember, last week we did hit a low and the market rebounded as the news begin to absorb and price in. Right now what we are seeing are slight pullback, but do check out for my very short morning podcast on our Trade VSA trading idea in the Telegram chat room for more details. But let's take a look at what we have for you on the news roundup for today. That's right. So what we have this morning, we will be looking at the trading idea for SMARTRobie on the stage 2 shares, which is actually trending up right now. And feel free to share this video in your timeline and your friends that will benefit you. But I'm going to bring you on with what are the headlines that we are facing this morning in here. And of course, no doubt right now for news roundup headline is the profit taking that we are seeing on our KLCI in here, and this is also reported by the Rakuten research. After all, we did hit the 1610, which I've last talked about, the peak valley line that we have in our Trade VSA plugin, which pretty much show you the resistance is there right now. And right now we are also seeing US starting to correct in here and likely to move sideways, reaccumulating for the next one. The good news is the CPO prices continue to hit high, and we have the now let's take a look at our chart today this morning in here, right? So if you can look from here, and let's bring in the Trade VSA. Okay, and looking at the market, what we have on top of me here is the continued weakness that you see. So this morning when we look at our website here and looking at the hot sectors, we will definitely see that plantation, construction and property remain to be the strong hot sectors in here. Of course, you can check those out in here. But what having been said, you can see from top here we have upthrust, another upthrust. So market is likely to move a bit on the sideways in here and waiting for the next steps if it can break on a third breakout. Now breaking out this would definitely mean the market will slightly go high. But I do think that going forward after the election, Johor, this market will continue to go a bit higher due to the old sector that we have, which is the oil and gas and the finance, which will pick up due to the higher interest rate in here. But we will see later on how the market is going. So do share this video in your timeline, and if you have any stocks that you want me to review, just pencil those in there and be happy to review it for you right now in here. And thank you for sharing this video too. Now let's take a look at the next news that we have for you. Will be the manufacturing outbid for the Outlook 2022 on Starbase. Now this is definitely coming in from the manufacturing PMI figures. Now remember, every time when the PMI figures were to hit higher above the 50 mark, then we will see this definitely being a continued trend. So for the month of February, what it says in here is up 50.9%, and the industrial sector is also reflected on our Pentagon chart right now. So you can see this is a 6-month trend. Right now we haven't seen any of the turning green Pentagon. As we said before, even the KLCR are facing upthrust that we see here, and that's what we have on the old high, which we have in October. Market coming down and there was a correction here, another correction, but remember this is where we are on the 17th of October. Will the market test that and break that? That yet to be seen. But if the oil prices continue to be up and the inflation, that we will see this likely to be retest and the market will continue to go up. But having said that, the strong manufacturing figure showing a 50.9 up from 50.5 in January. That is a telltale sign that this market can go higher. Always try to run with the trend no matter what here that we see here so far. Now next we have is the CPO prices. So CPO has become one of the most expensive vegetable oil we have seen right now, and this is due to hitting 8,000 per ton in here. This is the plantation stock, which we normally feature on VSA 360. You can see right at the bottom in here, the green Pentagon, the market continue to go up. Right now it's showing upthrust in here. Again, all this will depend on the situation that we see in Ukraine, and that has led many of the other cooking oil like rapeseeds and sunflower seeds to even go higher than we've seen so far in here. And on the local KLSE market, a story that goes in is Kejaya. Now Kejaya has one couple of project in here, and they are looking very bullish in here with a core profit of 104.8 million coming in with expectation accounting for it, and it's a full year estimate. Now Kejaya is a company in construction. That's what we see on the chart on the left hand side. You do see construction is number 2 in the sector. So if those are construction, so that will tell you likelihood, which is the hot sectors. Some of the construction stocks like Kejaya may have a good chance of moving higher. As we've seen, the market continue to recover and even going higher in here. So it does have a net cash value slightly up to 177 million from a quarter of 176 million in here. But chart wise, you can see we had the green pentagon in here, and the RHP is maintaining a buy call, all right, on this counter with a target price of 1 ringgit 52. 1 ringgit 52 with the target earning of 11 times earning, so very low time earning in here. Pretty much that says this is a slightly undervalued stock on the construction side. If they can win more projects, then we will see this market going a bit higher on Kejaya. Something that you want to look into, those are interested in the US, in the construction sector. Now in the US sector in here, the Barons are reporting. Last night we saw the Dow Jones falling by 600 points, Nasdaq 200 points in here. But having said that, the President Biden will be doing the State of Union address, which will be addressing the Ukraine and Russian invasion in here. No doubt, because of the war, we have seen that comparatively, right, compared to Barack Obama and Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the first State of Unions, right, since he was appointed in here, it is slightly below par compared to Donald Trump. But you will see here, Barack Obama has a higher return since on the market. So will this trend continue? Let me know what you think inside in there. All right, on the S&P 500, you could see the market continue to correct, still in a pretty much downtrend. You can see here downtrend on yellow pentagon in here, but breaking through the ATR stop, but picking up in here around 4,250. All has been said. The analysts are looking at the big support at the 4,300 for the S&P 500. If it's able to hold up the 4,350, that means this could be a very low. I do think that bearing in mind what I've said before on the following weekend, the war will likely to end. The war cannot go on. The war is an expensive in here. But right now, when you turn your TV on, you will see the continued fighting between the Ukraine and the Russian in here. That caused a lot of uncertainty in the market that we see right now. The US market is pretty much still in the correction mode, right? Now let's move on to the stocks that we have interest in here. Is Barron's reported that HP, right, enterprise stocks are rallying on profit that beat expectation in here. So the chart is still pretty much in the correction. Now this is not updated chart. This is on the 28th of February in here. So we will get an updated chart slightly in the afternoon. So all's been said, you can see since we have the sell-off on the tech sectors, we also have this chart continue to come straight down in here. So if you want to me to look at any couple of stocks, do pencil those in there. I'm happy to look at those things. So you can see from here we have a red pentagon. The market continue to break into the 35 level in here, and right now the HP is still correcting on this mode here. So let's take a look at the US side, what we have last night, and you can see on Robie chart, switching it to the S&P 500 here, and you can see Pentagon Guider did close last night, which is about minus 67 points down in here. It's in orange trend zone, so it is still looking pretty much on the downside in here. All right, so that is the S&P 500. Let's look at the Hewlett Packard HPQ, and let's check out the dividend. All right, stock dividend for HPQ, and right now you will see it is PE of 2 times. The ROE is not available in here with the dividend yield of 2.9, but the sector average, that's very huge average for 450. We definitely have to check that one out on that. Dividend is about 1% in here, and it does have a large, it's in the large cap stocks in here. So this Hewlett Packard do pay a very, very good dividend. Okay, very, very good dividend for that manner. All right, let's move on to the Singapore market right now. So on the Singapore market, the stock to watch is Jaffna, Costco, Don. But one of the stocks that we were really looking at previously was S59, which actually gone up and I've pulled back a bit. Let me just show you what I mean in early February. S53, no, F55, 59, that's right. So F59, and that was the SIA Engineering. Okay, so SIA Engineering, you could see the market actually went up and then finally corrected as we've seen the war also correcting. So a lot of the Singapore chart, it's actually doing that, and no surprises if you look at the STI, the market has broken below the ATR stop loss and continued to fall after it hit almost short of 3,500 level in here. But for today, what we are seeing right now, switching to a wider chart, one of the stocks are turning green pentagon is S63. So let's go to S63, which is right now S63. Looking at the chart here, and we have a big push up. That's right, what we see on the chart in here, a big line change in here. So we wait for the pullback. If you like this stock, it's still in green pentagon, but if you have gone in during the green pentagon, that will still be in the money. You're holding up that level too. Also, let's move on to the next one, and we're going to be looking at all the watch lists that we have previously in here. Now the trade idea that we have for the 2nd of March for episode 162 is public bank. So we're going to turn over to the public to the Pentagon, the ST2 stage 2 daily share. You can click on the daily share in here. There are many stocks in here, but I do like the financial. A lot of the plantation stocks already run here, right? Taan, which is the stocks that we're going to be looking at. Public bank is one of the stocks that have slight pullback, and that's what we like about it. RHB bank and AMB bank. So what we're going to do is putting into a watch list, right? And but before that, let's review the stage 2 share for February. So we're looking at watch list here, and we go switch over to the stage 2 February share, and you notice we only have 2 at that time. Genting Malaysia. Now Genting Malaysia, once we set up the outbound, 270 and 392. All right, that's the one that you have here. So 270 and 392. Okay, what will be interesting is we want to see whether Taan, remember Taan is the upper bound and lower bound that we have set up. So here you can see the alert is not set because it's already hit. So you can go on to the bell on top here, hit that bell, and you go to alerted, and that's the one that shows you all the chart has been done. Now remember, once the stock alert is hit, you need to go over to the alert like we see on the left hand side and just check it out in here. You can see Uchitech hit the underline. Underline means they hit the lower bound, and if you hit the upper bound, in that case, you can notice Taan hit 4 ringgit 50 cents, okay, which was alerted on the 17th of February, which is about 12 days ago at 11.54. So it hit the 450, KPS hit the low side, Coastal hit 170, and Nari hit 105. Those are about 55 days later. And you can delete some of these here. You can delete this. So then you will do away with that. The older ones, I'll delete that. You can see I just delete that. And Taan hit 450. But if you look at today right now and switching back, Taan still continued to go up to 522, right? And Taan is on really going parabolic as again benefiting from the higher CPO prices as we go on up in here. Now, if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, do pencil those in. I'll be happy to look in them now. Okay, let's take a look at the stocks that we have for March. Okay, so we're going to go on to March, switching to it here, and let's go over to March. So we're going to look at the setting the upper bound and lower bound, so we know that is the likely support and resistance. So we go to public bank. Okay, public bank here, stock comment and stock chart. So here you can see this chart continue to go head higher. We have one pullback today here. So let's look at the trading plan. All right, 445 or 475, 475 for R2 because 445 is almost there already. 475, and we have the exit strategy. Okay, exit strategy will be the support, weekly support is 426. I think 426 will be just great. So we go to 426 and 475. So we go on to the March, set the alert. Okay, 475 and 475 and 425. So that will be our trade idea. Okay, for 2nd of March. All right, that's how you do it, and it's fairly simple. So right now you can see here you already set for 475. So whenever the market hit 475, an alert will come to you, and you can go over to the alert here, which will tells you some of these already. Even Hong Leong Industry had hit 987, alerted 18 hours ago. Falco hit 262 6 days ago. UWC, of course, we saw the tech stocks actually did drop 8 days ago. So those are something that will help you to ensure that you keep within your trading plan in here. So that's how we use the watch list to help you to ensure that your trading plan is within what you expected in here. Okay, so we have public bank in here, and don't forget also tonight we have another talk in here for our beginners. In here will be the second one, the difference between trading and investing, which is better for you. So that's, make sure you join me at 9:30 for our live Facebook. In here we'll be covering it, and then next Wednesday we'll be talking about building a winning trading plan like we talked about. And of course this Saturday for our special longer workshop that we'll be doing by myself and Zach. So there is a Zoom link on the bottom of the Facebook comment there that you can hit here, that you can get hold and registered for our stock market pattern that will save you, which is from this from 2 o'clock to 4 p.m. in here. So make sure you join me at that time. All right, so I'll see you on Saturday and also for tonight. And of course, not to forget, is our market conference, which we are planning for March 12th. We decided to make it as a free conference for all because we want more people to participate on these two great speakers, which is Dr. Gary and also Ramov Bogomov, to talk about volume spread analysis and Wyckoff from their perspective as a professional academic and also as a trader in here. So right now we're going to move on to our regular stock chart that you want me to look at. If you have any stock chart, do let me know. Okay, CIMB, we have one here from Maven. Okay, let's take a look at CIMB. Okay. CIMB has dropped a bit because of the news that they talk about overcharging people in here. So right now CIMB is in a correction mode. You can see here back to the support level in here, but we want to see what is the price action at this support. Every time when it goes up in here, I just have to wait for this to update itself. There you go. You can see, right? The market actually fall back to 10% drop. Last big fall was 8%, 5%. I do think that this is the bottom in here. Now, if again, if you are trading wise, I think this is actually a good level in here. Remember, 2 bar down, just wait for one more bar. I think this will be the support. But if the market were to break back lower, then you may want to cut it. But on the longer term, I think CIB, if they can fix this issue in here, then this market will continue to go up because we're also benefiting from the raising of interest rate that we see on US. All right. Any more stocks that you want us to look at? All right. Feel free to pencil those in there. All right, if there's no more stocks for me to look at, do join us tonight for our live Facebook on investing and trading, which is suitable for you. And of course, our market conference on the 12th of March in here, and it is absolutely free. Do join us on then in here, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel in here, and lots more to be happening in here. So I'll see you tonight on our 9:30 in here for our special live Facebook talk. Is trading or investing suitable for you? Thank you for coming. Bye.